but I do know a little bit about Omi and VeVe. Everybody asking about Mickey and Walt. Wanna know how I came up on the 1901. Go ask Sean over comics and crypto. When Omi's down, I just buy up the dip though. I'm addicted, I'm on VeVe all day. 100 mommy chronos and I'm swimming away. Oh, sick and rares, I got comics galore. NFTs I could barely afford. Oh, low mints that I copped in the store. I'm a sniper in the market for sure. I'm on that VeVe in the metaverse, come and meet me. I got money on my mind. I got tots, I got prize. I'm on that VeVe in the metaverse.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. It is time for the grand finale of New York Comic Con. We got 3 drops today. At least 2 of them are good. Some people are saying all 3 are good. I don't know about this first one because edition sizes are pretty high, but I'm going to show you guys how they were actually giving out promo codes of this drop of Professor X and Magneto at New York Comic Con, so there might not actually be as many available as we think. What's up, everybody? Let's go. Good morning. Happy Sunday. We got free first in the chat today. Linso Swag's ready to go. I see Graz is here. He's a big Lambo collector, so is free. Everybody's collecting those Lambos. I don't blame you. That's the ones I'd be going for too. What's up, Christopher Still? What's up, Tito420? Good luck if you guys decide to go for this one. I did find out the method, the technique for finding out how many people are in the queue, but I was sworn to secrecy. I'm not allowed to tell people how to do it, but there is a way to find out how many people are in the queue for each drop through the web app. You can figure it out on your own, but if the homie is here, he'll let us know how many are in there. I can't do it myself because I go for the drops on the iPad during the streams, but there is a secret way to find out how many people are in the stream or in the queues. What's up, Tom Shockley? We got Renee's in the chat. We got Alejandro is here. What's up, everybody? I did upload a 2-year badge, and I was checking my memberships. I was surprised at how many members I still have. I appreciate you guys for being members of the channel still. And I got the 24-month badge. I won't even say what the badge is yet, but I've seen that a lot of people are at 23 months, so they're almost there to the 2-year mark. And once you get there, you'll get the new badge. I see Alejandro's got the Aston Martin badge. That's the 1-year badge right there. What's up, MXB Vibes? Sharon says, how do we get in on a waiting list for a drop? All right, so what you got to do is load up the app. You'll see all the drops that are happening today. They did reschedule Uncanny X-Men #1 for today at 3 p.m. So I'm excited about that. That's the big drop. That's what I'm waiting for. It aired out on us yesterday, but they rescheduled it for today. Luckily, it's not scheduled for tomorrow because I wouldn't have been able to stream it or snipe. But all right, so on this one, I'm pretty sure that you can join both wait lists. We have to wait to the 30-minute mark to find out, but you have to go, if you want to go for both of them, you can join both wait lists. You'll be able to buy both of them, or maybe you just want to join both wait lists to see if you get selected. But it's not like blind box or anything like that. It's two separate drops at the same time, kinda. And if you check the edition sizes, the Professor X is 2666. Let me make sure that's right. And then 2888 for Magneto, right? Yeah, so Magneto is a little bit higher on the edition size, about 222 more of those. But I wanted to point out to you guys, and I'll go to VeVe Vibes' Twitter here in a second to show you that they were giving out promo codes for these, so there's not actually going to be that many available. Shout out to Alejandro. There he is. Member for 20 months. Need that 24-month badge. You're almost there, bro, and I got it set up for you. I mean, I guess I'll go ahead and let y'all know what the 24-month badge is. Let me know what you think the 24-month badge is. What did I use for the 24-month badge? You see the Aston Martin is the 1-year badge. What's the 2-year badge? Shout out to the homie Dr. Strange is in the chat. He was at Comic-Con. I was watching his live streams. He was talking to the team a little bit, getting some alpha. Although I think it feels like when they give you the alpha at NYCC, they tell you not to tell anybody. I do got my Collectibles channel pulled up. We're going to look at some of the interviews he's been doing with the team over there. Shout out to Captain Obvious. Good morning. Woke up just in time. I don't know if this one's going to be worth going for. I'm probably going to join both queues, but I'm probably not going to buy either one of them. My plan is to get in there and snipe the market today. What's up, Duck and Cover? Got to get the bag in the house. Haven't seen Got to Get the Bag in a while. Good to see you, my dude. Star on screen says, you going for this? Yeah, too many editions, but like I said earlier, let me show you this. I don't necessarily know that there's that many editions today. VeVe Vibes tweeted out about how he got a promo code. Let's see if I can find him. That doesn't look like VeVe Vibes. He must have changed his icon. I'm pretty sure he was saying that he got a promo code. Maybe that's not the right person. Does VeVe Vibes have a different channel? I mean, a different Twitter? Because I'm pretty sure he got a promo code, a card, for this drop right here. It was like a Professor X or a Magneto, but he said that you can't put the promo code in, you can't cash it in until the drop begins. That must not be VeVe Vibes. VeVe Vibes. Alright, well, I've been seeing people on Twitter say that they got promo codes for this, so there's not going to be as many available as we think, which could possibly make the prices go a little bit higher. I'll show you the price predictions. We don't have a lot of price predictions today. I got my price predictions for this drop. They're not very high, but I saw, I think it was Captain Obvious talking about, yeah, the comic at 2 o'clock. I think that one's going to do really well. It's the Propaganda Ron English comic. There's 2 different versions. One of them has like 2,000 or something editions. That's the common, but the ultra rare only has 666 editions. So I think that one will do all right. It Makes Me Vibe says Electra. Shout out to all the Electra fans. What's up, Atomic? Good to see you, OG. Alejandro says Lambo. Oh, I hear y'all are guessing what it is. Ooh, Electra would have been a good one. No, it's actually the partner statue. If you're a 2-year member, you get the partner statue badge. I don't know how it's going to look yet. I edited it a little bit so that it would fit in there. We won't know until somebody hits that 24-month mark. Comments, I think I'll pass, says Renee's. You're probably right on that. What's up, Mr. Evo? I haven't seen you in my chat in a while. 24-month. Yeah, he was right. It's a partner statue. That's right. How'd you know? Partner statue is the 24-month badge. Even though I don't have a partner statue, I never had a partner statue, although I did do a couple of escrow deals. So technically, I got that 100 points for completing that set just by helping people out. I think it was Kobe Collects. I escrowed a couple of partner statues for him. You're right, Ace Rig. I did forget to do the poll yesterday, but we will do a poll today, especially on this drop in particular, because I want to see if you guys are going for it. What's up, Loso? Good to see you, my man. What do you think about the first drop? Yeah, I'm with Keith Buttigieg. I'm probably skipping this one. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and enter the queues. Hopefully we'll have my homie Demon in here to tell us how many people are in the queues. But I don't think I'm buying. I'm definitely sniping, though. What's up, Ghost Slayer? Good to see you, my man. Skipping this one. Yeah, the other 2 drops, though, the 2 comics today, I think are going to do really well. Free CV says I had to change the name on here in my profile picture. I looked at that thing, and I think I was in my 30s when I took that picture. Hey, I used on Twitter, I got my picture that I'm using now. This is from, like, 10 years ago. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Got to relive the past. Get your best moment out there. What's up, Jeff? Good to see you, my man. Thank you for hanging out with me. You got me back in this stream, especially for today's drops. Like I said, the 2 comics today are going to be pretty good, but I don't know about today, the drop that's getting ready to happen. Professor X and Magneto. I'm checking to see if we have any good price predictions on this one. You can see what Oliver's price prediction is. It's not great. Let's see. Thought I saw somebody say, yeah, both for 35, says Simone. All right, so I got 32 on Professor X and 49 on Magneto. I know people in the chat yesterday were saying Magneto's going to do better than Professor X, but on the other hand, Professor X is technically more scarce. I just think that Professor X bumper car, I mean, I guess that is what it looks like. That's his vehicle doesn't look that cool, I'll be honest with you. All right, so I got 32 and 49, and then I think Ron English Propaganda, the ultra rare in particular, is going to do well. Ooh, G Meadows has even higher because I saw Simone had 20 gems on the ultra rare. I was like, are really people going to be sleeping on that ultra rare with only 666 editions? If you haven't seen the drop yet, it's happening at 1 p.m. today. It's a Ron English comic. It's got some really dope looking covers. The Undeceivable True. Is that a word, undeceivable? I don't know if that's a word. And then that's the ultra rare. We'll look at edition size real quick. 2,222 commons and then 666 ultra rares. So I think the ultra rare is going to do really good. My price prediction on it is 69 gems, and G Meadows has got 110. He's feeling pretty bullish on Magneto, so maybe Magneto's the one to go for today. I definitely need to do a poll. I'll start that up in a minute, get some time for people to get here. We'll do a poll to see if you guys are going for Magneto, if you're going for Professor X, or if you're going for both, or if you're going for neither. Then he's got 8 on the Ron English common. I got 5 on the common, 110 and 69. And then today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the big drop, Uncanny X-Men #1, which did not work out for us yesterday. It errored on us, but they rescheduled it for today, and that drop's definitely going to be good. And I think it's good that it's rescheduled because there's not going to be as many people going for it, so we're going to have a better chance of hitting that drop. 20% only will be sold. Ooh, I think that's about how many of the Kingpin got sold, about 25%. Good morning, Big A. Is today a skip? It probably is, but it's definitely going to be worth sniping in the market a little bit. What's up, Muhammad? Good to see you, my friend. Have not seen you in a while as well. Hopefully you're going to have some luck today. I don't know if you want luck on this first drop. All right, there is a few cool shorts that I wanted to check out. I've watched a couple of these, but my collectibles is getting all the access. My theory is the more money you lose, the more access to the team you get. That's why I don't get no access, and my collectibles gets a lot of access. I could be wrong. All right, I'm going to mute myself, and we're going to check out a couple of these interviews. They're all short, so I think they're less than a minute long. And let's see if we get any alpha from these. I've only watched like one of them. You got Dan C, David U, Alex G. We're going to get all the alpha real quick. Let's see what's happening up in NYCC.
Hey guys, this is Mike Collectibles here with Dan at the VeVe booth at the New York City Comic Con. So we want to know, how are things going with the VeVeverse?
Things for the VeVeverse are going very, very well, actually. We're right down to approving and finalizing the last few assets, and as soon as we get that done, you know me, I don't want to say dates. I've told you some dates, but I can't say it publicly.
Yeah.
But hoping to bring in the next group of maybe 500 to 1,000 people in the near future.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know, lots of exciting stuff, guys. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
So that's the VeVeverse update. I did watch that yesterday, and it's interesting to say that he gave my collectibles a date. So there is a date. He doesn't want to give it publicly, of course, because, you know, VeVe never hits the dates that they plan on. But it sounds like they're going to be giving a lot more people access pretty soon to the VeVeverse, which I guess is exciting. I want to see what that's all about. I've heard a lot of good reviews, but the only people that have access right now are the people who give VeVe good reviews no matter what. All right, let's see what Alex G is talking about. I haven't seen this one yet.
Hey guys, this is Mike Collectibles here with Alex G at the VeVe booth here. Alex, it's day 3. How's everything been going, specifically with the signups and stuff?
Oh man, everything's going really well. I'm really excited. People are really fired up. We got people coming in for not only the exclusive physical comic, but we're giving away promo codes for new signups. We got people taking pictures over here with the Marvel Mighties, and we got our mods hanging out and signing people up. Everybody's lining up to get in on the action. It's very exciting, and the digital collectibles are becoming a little more familiar for people as each con goes. So we're excited about the prospects.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Lots more to come, everybody. Thanks, Alex.
Sounds like they're saying they're getting a lot of new users from Comic-Con. I don't know if that's cap or not. What y'all think? Is that cap? It sounds a little cappy. I could be wrong. Hopefully they're getting a lot of new users, but the thing is, it's Comic-Con, so a lot of the new users probably saw Uncanny X-Men #1 dropping yesterday, and they were like, yeah, let's go for that, and then it aired out, and that probably left a bad taste in their mouth. I'm not sure what you meant by that, Renee, is what the NYC promo on this. What the promo I was talking about is all I saw was VeVe Vibes, who said that he got a promo card for this drop right here, our Professor X Magneto drop, and he can't use it until the drop happens. So I feel like a lot of these are going to be actually reserved for the promo cards that they gave out, and there's probably not going to be actually 2,888 editions or 2,666 editions. For some reason, anytime I hit a button, I don't know, for some reason that GIF keeps popping up. If it keeps happening, I'll just have to turn off GIFs. All right, let's check out a couple more. I think that, yeah, this is Mr. MC1, the Well. Let's see what Wells are talking about at NYCC.
Amazing. Hi fam, just want to let you know New York Comic Con was amazing. So the party was just amazing. There were 200 some people that came. There were 30 people from VeVe, employees who came to the event. We had Al Khan there. We had artists, Mumbat, Jason Naylor, just a whole number of different people that came to the event. And then if you look at the VeVe fam there, it was gold and silver logo holders, the Super 8 OGs. You'll see some of the pictures. Props, John, E-Boogie, you name them. MC himself. And then also the amazing content creators. And the thing that really blew my mind was that there were people that came from Germany, from France, a lot of people from Canada. That was amazing. And it's just so incredible to see this community bonding like that. And it was a wonderful evening. Thank you for amazing. Hi, fam.
Shout out to Mr. MC1. I guess I'm not part of the Super 8 OGs. I don't know what that's all about. Christopher Stid says he's there at Comic-Con right now. Shout out to the homie Christopher. Says he sees some signing up right now, new users. So they're probably signing up for these drops today, and they won't be disappointed because these are really good drops. Taking Cover says, saw a comment from a tester in the Facebook group that the VeVeverse still needs a little bit of work. Whenever Dan was talking about it, he said they just have a few more assets to complete and then they'll be ready to roll it out to some more people. I think they said something like 500 or 1,000 people. That's pretty much all the active users, so we should all be getting it soon, right? I could be wrong. Shout out to Not Sure's in the house representing Germany. Yeah, they said some of the collectors there at New York Comic Con were from Germany. That's a long way to travel to go to the Comic Con event. But then again, if you're getting like a gold and silver logo, that's worth like $4K. That pays for your trip right there. Tucson says streamers interviewing streamers. Mr. MC1's not a streamer. I don't see him interviewing any. He probably interviewed Randy Chavez. That's a streamer interviewing a streamer. Muhammad says someone should find a way to stream Vault Stream at NYCC. No, they ain't never doing that. They're too afraid I might say something mean. Why didn't I go to NYCC? Says MXP5s. I don't think I was invited. No, I went to DesignerCon last year, and like all the other YouTubers, content creators, they all had like big crowds around them, people asking for their autograph. But me, nobody really wanted to talk to me that much. See, it's like a Moon Boy thing, and the Moon Boys don't like me too much. All right, one more. This one says VeVe's David Yu and Dan Crowther. So I haven't seen this one yet. Looks like they're signing comics. Let's check it out real quick, and then we'll start our poll. We'll look at price predictions again, and we'll get ready for this drop. Y'all gotta let me know if we should even go for this one. All right, this one's not as exciting. Who's getting Alex G's autograph? I don't know if I want him writing on my comic. All right, maybe not. Maybe the Moon Boys like that. I'd get David Yu's autograph. There's Reese. Have you guys seen my interview with Reese? It's pretty funny. I'll be honest with you. It's obviously a parody interview. I found a dude on YouTube that looks just like Reese, and he's like drunk and stuff. It's hilarious. I thought it was funny. Other people didn't think it was so funny. I'm just glad to see that Reese is still working for VeVe. There was some rumors there that he had quit or been fired. He had cashed out like $20 million worth of OMI and took off. I don't know. Apparently none of that was true. He's still in the VeVe fam. All right, let's get back to preparing for this drop. So that was some good interviews though. Shout out to My Collectibles for getting all the interviews, getting all the alpha. Apparently he's been getting a little bit of alpha that he can't share with the rest of us. All right, I'm turning my gifts off. Gifts are broke today. There's a link to My Collectibles video so that you can subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. Shout out to Bob Sells is in the chat. What's up, Bob Sells? I got Bob Sells' channel linked in the description, as well as VeVe Arcade, and of course the Informant channel with BE and Mo Knows. Those guys are all do a lot of streaming on the drops. If I'm not live for the drops, which I won't be during the weeks, weekends every once in a while I will. But if you need somebody to watch for a live stream, those guys are available. Randy Chavez is available too if you're a Moon Boy. He streams them too. What's up, Elche? Good to see you, my friend. Got my DCon tickets yesterday. Oh, is DesignerCon coming up soon? No, last time it was in November. Are they doing another event in November? These people are flying around everywhere. Shout out to Eric S is in the chat. What's up, my man? Living Aloha says 22 new active. 22? Man, you got to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. All right, here's my price predictions for this drop. I got 32 on Professor X and 49 on Magneto. Retail is 40. You'll see in the app that both of them are there. It's not like a blind box. You'd have to go to each one of them and join the waitlist for each one. Let's see if the waitlist is working today. I'm going to join on both of them, but I probably won't buy either one. I'm going to start this poll up soon to see if you guys are buying it. Maybe you can talk me into it. But as I suspected, you can join both waitlists. So technically you can get both of them on the drop if you want to. All right, let's see what you guys are doing. Let's start up the poll and see if people are going for this one. Are you going for today's first drop? There's 3 drops today. The other 2 drops I think are definitely worth going for. We got the Ron English comic that's only like 2,888 total editions. That one's definitely worth going for. All right, yes, going for both. Going for Magneto only. Going for Professor X only. Or skipping both. Those are your options. 4 options on this one. Let's see what you guys are doing. I feel like everybody's skipping, but I could be wrong. Like I said, we might not actually have as many editions available on these as it looks like, because they are giving out promo codes, cards with promo codes for this drop at New York Comic Con. Bob Sells not going for this one. Says interested in the Ron and X-Men. Yeah, both of those comics I think are worth going for it. Yeah, Eric S is the one with all the info, and it is legit. He showed me how that you can go into the web app and find out how many people are actually in the queue for each drop. It's a secret technique. I'm going to try to talk him into letting me tell everybody about the technique. I might put a video together if I can talk him into giving me the alpha and letting me release the alpha to you guys. But there is a way to check how many people are in the queue. And yesterday during the Kaiju Gold Tokidoki drop. There were over 9,000 people in the queue. That's probably why it did so well. And last I checked, it was still over 100 gems, so it did much better than most people predicted. Let's see where it's at. Probably at like 120 would be my guess. Yeah, 121. So it did a lot better, and it's got a pretty thin floor there. It's going to 140 pretty quickly. I'm kind of surprised. Like, so many cool stuff you could buy for 120 gems in the app. That would not be the one that I collected, but there's a lot of Tokidoki fans out there, right? Shout out to Dane K's in the chat. Let's go. Says, can we talk Vault into buying both like the old days? Not today. I'm not FOMOing on these. I gotta save my gems for the next 2 drops that are happening today. Incorrigible Goat Slayer says you might FOMO on Magneto. Yeah, if I went for one of them, I see Professor X is actually more scarce, but only by 222 editions. Who's cooler though? Professor X is a hero, Magneto's a villain, and historically, the hero NFTs have done better than the villain NFTs, even on the comics like first appearance comics. But in my price prediction, I do have Magneto higher than Professor X. That's a tough one though. We'll see which one does better. Probably Magneto. Probably. What's up, Jay Hirsch? The VeVe Vibes got a promo code. Yeah, I was talking about that. I was trying to find his Twitter to show you guys, but I don't know if necessarily that was the right Twitter or he had to post about it on there. But VeVe Vibes got a promo code for this particular drop, and if they gave out a bunch of those, then there's not actually as many editions available as we thought. Musta says, Wells playing well games, manipulating the markets. Oh, is that what's going on with the Kaiju? That's what happened with the Stan Lee, I feel like. What's that price look like now? Because those things pumped like crazy. I didn't really understand why. I know it's Stan Lee, but the license wasn't Marvel. That's why it did much better than I expected. What's up, Hidden Jester? Why do you think Magneto will be more than Professor X? It looks cooler. I mean, this vehicle right here, bro. What is it? People are calling it a bumper car. I think that's what it actually looks like in the comic. The first comic, 1963 comic. Oh, I got my gifts turned off. Boom, there it is. You gotta concentrate for this drop. But Magneto's just dope, man. Everybody likes Magneto. He's actually, I mean, he was a good guy for a while, right? Thank you, Sandbox. Appreciate you, bro. Villains never did very well in the history of collecting. I mean, what about Joker, though? What about Darth Vader? Darth Vader's a villain, and he's like one of the most highest rated. I don't know if he's most expensive collectible on the app or anything like that. Definitely the most expensive villain on the app, right? Professor X is the only person that can win a battle sitting down. True that. Here's my thing about Professor X, and you probably heard this before. If he can move stuff with his mind, why don't he move his legs with his mind and just walk around? Is it just too much? Is it too much work for him? Stan Lee's at 200 now, about 250. I guess it's a grail for some people who are Marvel fans, but it looks like a Marvel Mighty to me. I don't know. I'm just not into the Stan Lee collectible personally. But your 40 gems, too much minimal animation. Yeah, as people were saying in my chat yesterday, it's static plus animated, which is an oxymoron. But apparently these are not animated. They don't say animated on them, but they are going to have a little tiny bit of animation, kind of like the Labracorn. And we've had other NFTs on the app before that didn't say animated, but they do kind of move around, like the Labracorn's vomit. No, it's a rainbow actually. The rainbow vomit kind of moves around a little bit, so it's technically it's animated, right? Do we know how many are in the queue? You got to ask the homie. Where's he at? Eric would know how many's in the queue. I haven't checked myself because I don't go for the drops on the web app. But if you go for the drops on the web app, there is a secret way to find out how many people are in the queue. So hopefully he will update us with that information. Storm is animated and kind of the Flash. What is it? Flash Superman NFT. That one is kind of animated as well because you can see the little flames under Flash's feet lighting up and moving around. Shout out to VeVe Vibes is in the chat. Yeah, we were talking about you, VeVe Vibes, about how you got the promo code. You say your knees are sore? Oh, so that's how you got the promo code. Oh, I didn't know it was like that. Okay, so you really got to work for those, huh? Any special mint numbers? Absolutely. Serial numbers to look for. I mean, there's over 2,000 editions, so you got all the years to look for, like 1939. 1922 is Stan Lee's date of birth. 2023 is the NFT release year. 2000 is the X-Men movie. Of course, there's a lot of X-Men movies. If you want to get into Google and check all the years that those movies came out, I would assume they do a little bit better in the market than regular serial numbers, just because those years. Y'all like that? VeVe Vibes is earning them promo codes. What's up, Abdullah? Good to see you, my man. Big A says, in the movie, I remember Professor X can walk, but he loses his powers when he does. Is that legit? What movie is that? I didn't know that was a thing. Okay, cool. I was wondering why he didn't just use his mind control to move them legs so he could walk. Apparently he does. And Flash Collectible is not animated, but some people say it is. I mean, it's kind of animated. What's your definition of animation? Sandbox says, you think Marvel Mighties may be the dope when there are Web3 Marvel games? Nope, I don't. I think that's a big theory, big speculation that a lot of the Omi homies have had for a long time, that there's going to be some fighting game with the Marvel Mighties. Maybe, but not really, because you can't rig those collectibles to do that thing. You would have to redesign every single collectible for the VeVe-verse. It's possible, though. I feel like it's more going to be like arcade games. They did always talk about racing, though. That's one reason why I always liked vehicles. We talked about how racing would be a thing in the VeVe-verse, and of course you're not going to race anything except for vehicles. That's why I did kind of go into Google and look at all the vehicles that are on the app to see which ones are the fastest. It's definitely not the DeLorean. The DeLorean would be the slowest. I think some of these Lamborghinis, like the Murcielago, will probably be the fastest. Effect versus animated. Yeah, I guess it has an effect, but it's not technically animated. Professor X is telepathic. He doesn't have telekinesis. Oh, we're getting in depth into it. He's telepathic. He does have telekinesis. I've seen him move stuff in the movies before. I think he's both. I could be wrong. How low would these go in the marketplace? 25.20. I don't think they're going that low. The thing about it, Billy Bob Bitcoin, is that they're giving out promo codes for this drop in particular at New York Comic Con, so there's probably not as many available as we think. Shout out to Hammy's in the chat. Let's go. Oh, he can't move objects. All right, Doctor Strange knows what's up. My bad. So apparently that's why he doesn't move his legs. It makes sense now. Where's the Omi game? Ooh, I don't know about that one. These new collectibles that are static animated does not make sense. I think it's cool that they have an effect. It's better than them not having any effect at all. I don't know what these effects are going to look like. If I'm able to snipe one of these, because I'm probably not going to buy any on the drop, then I'll open it up in AR and we'll look at it and see if it's actually moving around a little bit. What's up, Roman Z? Good to see you, my man. Any collectibles you are still holding these days? Yes, that's my boy right there. Probably not getting rid of that one. Maybe if it goes like 400 or 500, I might get rid of it. But I really like the Murcielago. I like the Lambos in particular, in general. All the Lambos, although I don't really see myself buying any ultra rares, or commons. I only want the secret rares. However, I really like, I think it's the Diablo, the red and black one. Let me check it out. I'll show you. And it's down to 100 gems. I saw somebody post it on Twitter today. This is one that I thought about buying. I want to get this back. I did own that for a while, and the price is coming down. If it went down to like 100, 150, I'd probably buy the Diablo Gold. But it's not the Diablo I was talking about. It is the Huracan. Boom, this one right here. 90 gems too. I like that one. I like the collar scheme on it. It's like Deadpool collars. What's the edition size on these? And there's only 1,000 of them. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably maybe my next purchase. I really want my Aston Martin Secret Rare back. All right, that's the Murcielago, and then this is the Secret Rare. That one's always been the highest, but it's coming down a bit. It usually sits around 600 or 700. It's down to 439. I don't know. Maybe if that went down to 200, I'd probably buy one of those. I've been keeping my eye out on all the vehicles. I like the vehicles. I wish the Coke truck, the Coca-Cola truck, was animated, or not animated, but interactive. I would definitely be owning that. I want kits, but there's so many kits. I like kit a lot. What's up, Dylan? Good to see you. We got Roger Collects in the house. Let's go. Oh, I don't have my gifts on. We'll try gifts again, see if they spaz out on me. If they spaz out on me, I'll just turn them off. Appreciate you, Jay Hirsch. What about the flying DeLorean? Do you know how many editions there are of DeLoreans? There are like 20 million DeLoreans. It's going to be hard for those to go up in value. Professor X's mutant ability is telepathy, not telekinesis. He can read thoughts and control minds, but he cannot move objects, though. Space with his mind. That power belongs to his student, Jean Grey. Okay, so Jean Grey is the one that has telekinesis. All right, my bad. I don't equate them giving out promo codes as more available. Anyone can still list them for sale. There'll be less available, though, on the drop, so there might be some L's. I'm wondering how many people are in the queue today. We'll see if the homie tells us how many are on there. Got me 2 of them Gold Diablos. Yeah, I had a Gold Diablo for a long time. Graz says TO version goes about 212 miles. TO version. TO. What do you mean by TO? An hour, and the Murcielago is much heavier, but it goes about 212 to think. I just hit 30 Lambos. Yeah, Graz has a bunch of Lambos. I like Graz's collection. What's up, Thunderbolt Storm? Good to see you, my man. He says, I got the green Huracan. Ooh, he's got number 61, too. Yeah, I like that green Huracan. I know, Huracan. I know NFT Pirates has one. He used to, anyway. I wish I had one. but they're expensive. They were like 600 or 700 for the longest time, but now they're at like 400, so it's not as bad. It's a good question, Muhammad. When comic burning? That's something that David Hughes talked about before. They are going to give us the ability to burn comics to get special prototype comics, and when that happens, the scarcity is going to play a big role, because if people burn enough of them, then they're going to go up in value for sure. All right, there we go with the stats. Shout out to Eric S. He's got the Alpha 4s. There are currently 1,244 people in the Professor X and the Professor X queue, and 1,346 in the Magneto queue. Ouch. That means those aren't selling out, right? Because that's less than how many are available. Of course, we don't know how many they gave out with promo codes. Apparently, you had to work really hard to get those promo codes. I don't know how many people were willing to do that. It's Moon Boys. They were all willing. I'm not going to lie. Agree with you on the price, but I was talking about in a race. Oh, I hear you. I hear you. I'm on the web app. How do I see the queue? Yeah, I know, but I'm not allowed to tell you, Sling. It's secret right now. There is a way to see it. It is legit. I've seen how to do it myself, but I can't. He told me not to tell anybody, so I can't. There's only one 420 ultra rare DeLorean though. Which you got that one, Scar? Yeah, that would be dope. I'm not going to lie. I want the number 88 ultra rare DeLorean. That's probably the best one. Shout out to Kid Arcades in the chat. Let's go. I got Arcades YouTube channel linked in the description. If you guys are looking for somebody who streams a lot of the drops, he's going live for a lot of them. And on Sunday, he always goes live with the homie, the Biggest Bro. I haven't seen the Biggest Bro in a while. Biggest Bro and him do a show every Sunday. Let's do a Jeopardy contest. Let's not. How do you check people in the queue? I can't tell you. It's a secret. I'm going to try to talk Eric into let me give you guys the secret. I'll make it into a video if he ever does. But as of right now, only he and I know we're special. Alderion says, do they had? That's not good English. Do they had to take their pants off for the promo code? I don't know, but Fab said his knees were hurting, so you can take with that what you will. Even 3 digits don't do good anymore. They still do better than the floor price, though. I was able to snipe something yesterday during the Gold Kaiju drop, the Tokidoki drop. It was a 2-digit for like 140 and sold it for 169. So you can still make profit flipping on the market if you're quick enough to get the snipes. Martin says, not going for it. It will go under retail. Yeah, it looks like the queue, there's less people in the queue than are available for each of these. We saw Eric with the update. About 1,200 people are in the queue, 1,244 for Professor X, and only 1,346 for Magneto. So it does look like Magneto might do better since there are more people in the queue, but we'll have to find out. Shout out to the homie Kobe Collects is in the chat. Let's go. Renee says, I'm going to get naked for a VeVe logo. I mean, I would probably get naked for a VeVe logo. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, not in the middle of the Comic-Con floor in front of everybody. They kick me out. But I mean, I would do some stuff for the logo. Not too much. I mean, it's worth like 4K. I'd do quite a bit. Not going to lie, for that VeVe logo. Rob T says, considering they held back 190 editions of each of the Magneto and Professor X, that means, oh, did they really hold back more? All right, so they held back 190 of each. Thanks for the alpha, Rob T. So that probably means that they gave out like 100 promo codes of each, and they kept the usual 90. So there's still going to be quite a bit left, and it looks like they're not going to sell out. Eric's with the update on the amount of people in the queue. Says 1,356 for Professor X and 1,459 for Magneto. Let's go 1K. I'm not scared. You got to promise no Google. What we talking about, Jay Hirsch? Jay's trying to earn that logo right now. Musta says nude photo shoot for VeVe magazine. We can do a VeVe content creator calendar like they do with the firefighters. All right, I'll be November. That's my birth month. Emotion says that's low in the queue. I know. I was kind of expecting there to be more people in the queue than what were available, but as of right now, there are less. All right, let's check the poll real quick and see if you guys are going for this. We'll go back and we'll check price predictions again. Dang, 70% of the chat say they're skipping both of these. We got 14% going for both, 13% going for Magneto, and only 3% going for Professor X only. So Magneto's probably going to be the hotter one, even though Professor X is slightly more scarce. I'll show you guys the serial numbers to look for again. Bob Sell says that's more than I expected, to be honest. I expect about 300 or 400 most. Well, it is New York Comic Con, so they probably got people at the Comic Con going for it. I wasn't sure if Comic Con was still open on Sunday. I didn't know if like Saturday was the last day, but I saw the homie Christopher Stid said he's there and he sees people signing up for VeVe right now at Comic Con, so apparently it's still going on. What's up, Richie Rich? Good luck if you're going for this drop, my man. Old Burnt Turn Slick in the house, one of the super OGs. He's one of my, what did Mr. MC1 call him? The top 8 OGs or something. Appreciate you, bro. How's the new job? New job is fine. I mean, it's all right. It's a desk job. I work with a bunch of old ladies, But I mean, the days go by really fast because you're working the whole entire time. I hate those jobs where you just sit around and do nothing all day. Those are the worst. When you have stuff to do, the days go by fast and it's not as bad. Of course, my problem with the job is you don't hardly get any paid time off. Where can you see the queue? Aldarion, it is a secret. Sorry, not sorry. X-Men is cool, but it's for older folks. So here's the thing that I saw. Kid Arcade says, I'm old. We're all old, aren't we? A bunch of old people in here. Here's the thing that I saw, and I posted it in my Discord. I don't know if I can go back and find it or not. It's in my general chat. But something was posted online just this month. Yeah, it's going to be tough to find. So I can read the actual quote, because I put the quote in here. Apparently, the X-Men are now going to be part of the MCU, like very, very soon. They're hinting about X-Men joining the MCU soon, and that would probably pump those prices a little bit. You know, it's going to make them more popular. Who posted the Scarface gif? Let's go. I just watched that movie the other day. I watched Us the other day with my kid, the Jordan Peele movie, and although it was good, that crap don't make no sense. Did y'all like that movie? I want to see Nope once it hits Netflix. Five says, I love them, but I think neither will sell out. Magneto will likely do a bit better despite more mints. It looks like you're right about that because there's more people in the queue for Magneto. More people in the chat say they're going for Magneto. But I also think you're right that neither one of them are going to sell out. I'm probably not going to buy either one on the drop, but I'll definitely be in the market trying to snipe these serial numbers. I love X-Men, but I'd rather buy it in the market. Same here. People possibly would give me a logo for putting my clothes back on, says Free CV. Hey, that's one technique you could try. Take your clothes off, walk up and say, give me a logo, I'll put them back on. Everyone waiting for the next XEN, better thing to spend on this week. There's two more drops today. They're both comics. You got the Ron English propaganda comic, and you can see price predictions are looking pretty strong for these. G Meadows thinks 110 on the ultra rare, and it's only $6.99 to go for that drop. 7 gems on the drop, so it's a cheap gamble. It's one I'm definitely going for. And then at 3 p.m. today, we got X-Men #1, Uncanny X-Men #1. That's a Grail comic. 9.6s sell for $500,000. So that one I'm definitely going for. Shout out to Thomas G in the chat. We got VeVe Virgin in the chat. Yeah, it looks like 69%. 70% of the chat are skipping both. US was good. Imagine if we had an alternative crappy version of ourselves. Creepy. Yeah, us. I mean, it was good. It just didn't make any sense at the end. Like, why? Well, I can't tell you. I would tell you why it don't make sense, but then I would be giving away the plot, so I better not. I thought it was good, though. It's worth watching. I watched They Cloned Tyrone last night. That one just didn't make no sense at all. All right, here's your serial numbers to look for. I mean, it was fun to watch, though. It's got Jamie Foxx in it. Any Jamie Foxx movie's good. Nope barely makes sense, too. Aw, man. I was hoping Nope would be good, but it's visually really cool. How come Jordan Peele's movies don't make no sense? You gotta fix those plot holes, y'all. Grad says, I wouldn't recommend that movie. Nope. Gran Turismo was one of my favorite. Really? Gran Turismo? I didn't even like the video game. We want Venom on the app. Venom was sold out. Man, we need an animated version of Venom. It would not sell out at 10K editions. That's way too many editions. Yeah, Venom will be a cool drop, but not 10K editions. Give me like 2K at most. Ace Rig says, less people participate on the drop, less Omis burn. Do people really care about Omi tokens? I've seen the prices going up a little bit. I don't know if it's because CoffeeZilla put that video out about it just to make more people aware of it, even though he was talking about how Logan Paul was using it to pump and dump. It's still getting the name out there and letting people know about the token. Kobe says, I only go for drops. I can instantly flip now. Speculating on holding VeVe collectibles over Pokemon cards or 100x other proven collectibles makes no sense. You're probably right about that. Like I've always said, though, you know, vehicles might be something to hold long term if you expect the VeVeverse to be available by 2028, which I'm hoping by 2028 we're going to have the VeVeverse. Maybe 2029. Mission Impossible. I do not watch any Mission Impossible movies. I don't know. I can't really picture Tom Cruise as an action character. It seems too fake to me. He's like 5'3". Don Boo says Carnage Dr. Octopus would be nice. Secret rare. We have Dr. Octopus, and I like the Dr. Octopus collectible because they burnt a bunch of them and it's animated. So I think that one's a little slept on. Logan Paul is a clown too and a scammer. Hey, at least he won his fight yesterday. I heard the fight was really weak though. I just saw the end of it. I saw a clip of the end where they started fighting each other in the ring. VeVeverse is not coming, says Kid Arcade. It'll be here one day. Ace Rig says by 2049. Singapore, fully utilized token for business utility in Malaysia, building massive blockchain company. 2049 though. Cruz is the best action star. Come on, Tucson. You always got bad takes. I don't know. I know some people like Cruz. 5'-3". I know that's the problem. Look forward to South Park's Into the Pandaverse. I don't know, Delamo. I saw a little bit of info on that where they all like switch sexes, switch genders. I don't know if I would like that South Park. I'm a big South Park fan though. I haven't watched it in a while. I hear you, Illmatics. Ronnie Light says, yet Tom Cruise is one of the only actors that actually does his own stunts. Oh yeah, I think that is true. Him and Jackie Chan. Grass says, if you ever watch Tom Cruise movies, there's always a scene where he's running. With the last Mission Impossible was actually a really good movie. I'm sure they put a lot of money into it, so it probably is a good movie. Most movies you watch end up being good, whether you expect them to or not. I think Dylan Dennis needed a way out of the fight, and that takedown attempt was his way of giving up. Yeah, that was kind of silly. You're in a boxing fight. You can't scoop somebody up by the legs and try to take them down. All right, drop has began. Was I selected? I didn't even notice. I was watching the chat. Let's see. Probably selected on both, right? Because there's less people in the queue than what are available. Yeah, I'm selected for both. Although I'm probably not going to buy it either. If you're new, if you haven't done a drop for a while, I hear you, Kid Arcade. That's why I'm like too. If you haven't done for a drop a while, things are a little bit different. So where the rebounds happen 5 minutes after the drop, and you can't buy or sell any of these collectibles until 10 minutes after the drop. And I think it's really smart that they did it that way because a lot of people were getting into the queue and then watching the market before they decide if they want to buy or not. So this way you can't do it that way. Yeah, I think we all got selected for both. Nothing but W's in the chat today. Free CV says Charles Bronson, I believe something like 5'4", would probably kick the crap out of Tom Cruise. I don't know. Charles Bronson's probably like 200 years old now. But yeah, I mean, he used to make some cool movies. How many were in the queue? Less than what were available. Last time I saw the update from Eric, it was like 1,400 in the queue for Professor X and about 1,600 for Magneto. Oh, my bad, Tucson. I didn't know. I didn't get the update that Bronson had passed away. Ace Rig says it's sold out. Crazy how they give the VeVe logo V2 to the same people. I think that's the utility of the VeVe logo 1. I'm just surprised at the price of the VeVe logo 2 with no utility on the second one. I'm surprised that it's as valuable as it is in the market. Who's buying those? Stop watching 99% of VeVe videos. 3 years of the same speculation is kind of crazy. Yeah, people still out there saying that VeVe is going to be a household name. I'm kind of like, that one's hard to believe. Arcade is not liking. Arcade, did you ever get a logo? He wasn't happy about the V2 logos. I thought it was kind of funny they did that because you know it's going to bring the price down to the version 1 logos a little bit, right? Maybe not. Slang says, you know that this is not going to sell out when I got it on all 3 devices. Bro, you got 3 devices? That's cheating. I don't know, Bob Sells. I didn't know Charles Bronson passed away either. Did he? Is that legit? I feel like that would have been in the news. Nah, man, he's still alive. You can't kill Charles Bronson. What's that one movie he's real famous for? It's on the tip of my tongue. There's one really good movie, and I'll be honest, I haven't never watched any of his movies. It's too old for me. I can't get down with that stuff. All right, in about 6 minutes, the market will open up, and we can try to do some sniping on these. I'll show you the serial numbers I'm looking for today. 1963 is the best one to get for both of them, because that's the first appearance. Death Wish, that's what it is, Death Wish, absolutely. What's up, Alder Adam, my man, in the house? Good luck if you decide to go for this one. Good luck sniping on the market if you end up doing that. And so bad that people outside the U.S. get so neglected. We could talk Israeli-Palestine conflict so I can get canceled. Better not. All right, here's your serial numbers to look for. Dude, if you look at the Blue Beetle, Susan Sarandon is 76 years old, and it's impossible to believe. Susan Sarandon is 76 years old? She's still looking kind of fly for 76. I saw a picture of, I can't even remember her name. One of these old actresses, Selma Hayek, and she's like 60-something, and I'm still like, yeah, nice. Still looking nice. And she didn't even get no plastic surgery either. Yeah, Death Wish, that's the movie. That one I think I've seen a little. I might have watched that movie back in the day. Definitely seen some clips of it. He was a badass. Not gonna lie, Charles Bronson was a badass. I thought he died. Well, Jill is gone anyway. Jill, I don't know Jill, but no, Charles Bronson is still kicking. Sarandon is psycho. She just plays psycho characters. What did Mustard say that everybody's upset about? Let me go back. R.I.P. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan's not dead. Get out of here. Logan Paul Prime NFT dropping on VeVe. I don't believe you, Kid Arcade. Is that cap? Now, I did see where Alfred Kahn was messaging or tweeting to Prime and Logan Paul. I guess it's not called tweeting anymore since they changed the name to X. He was Xing Prime, the Prime Twitter account, X account. So it's possible. You did not pay in time. Nope, I sure didn't. You got me on that one. We still gotta wait another 5 minutes before we can buy and sell these in the market. Was not selected. I was selected earlier. How come that timer is different than the Magneto timer? That's kind of strange. Jill Ireland? I don't even know who that is. Chopper used to be a good film. That dude was lost. Oh, just woke up. What's up, Jared Souza? You're not missing nothing special, but you don't want to miss the next 2 drops. We got a drop at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's the Ron English comic. It's got a really scarce, ultra rare. The covers look really dope, and I think that one's worth going for, especially at only 7 gems retail. And then, of course, at 3 p.m. is when they rescheduled the Uncanny X-Men #1 drop, and that one's definitely worth going for. That's a Grail comic. You guys seen the horrible looking Funko VeVe dropping? I saw where somebody posted a video that had the physical Funko Iron Mans in the background. I didn't watch the video though, but yeah, the $150 is just too much for me. I'm not trying to get any type of Funko for $150, especially when it's not the regular size of the Funkos that the Funko collectors would like. Shout out to the homie Non-Fungible Wonderfuls in the house. Let's go. Good to see you, my man. We were playing a little bit of Non-Fungible Wonderful music the other day while I was sniping. I always got that in the background. Africon needs to stop tweeting Paul. Take that out. And I thought it was kind of strange he was tweeting at Logan Paul. But hey, if he's getting the hookup and he's connecting, ain't nothing wrong with that. Shout out to the pineapple gangs in the chat. There we go. There's all the pineapples. We got Non-Fungible Wonderful in the chat. Good to see that you're still going for these drops every once in a while. Like I said, the 2 comics coming up today are probably worth going for. Skateboard P says Bronson died 2003. Did he come back? I mean, I checked Google. I checked Wikipedia. Wikipedia says he's back. I don't know. That's the type of dude that would just return after passing away in 2003 and make another movie. Death Wish 2. Who knows? Caesar says I shouldn't have bought this Magneto. Oh, he bought it on the drop. I don't know. We'll check the market. It might do better than we think. Everybody expects Magneto to do better than Professor X, so maybe it'll be above retail. It might even start above retail. You get a quick sell and then drop after that. Jay Hirsch says, when's the new album? I did hear a little bit of speculation that Non-Fungible Wonderful was working on some new music. I need to pay attention to his Twitter and see if he's released anything. We got a little bit of conflict in the chat. Some people say Charles Bronson died in 2003. Some people say he's still alive. Is this like the what's it called with the Berenstain Bears? It's like a conspiracy theory. Somebody will tell me in the chat. You know what I'm talking about, right? Whenever you think something had happened and then you find out that it hadn't happened. Mandela effect. I knew y'all would know about that. That might be some Mandela effect with the Charles Bronson going on right there. Thank you, Hammy. That Professor X is hard and new album soon. Ooh, he said new album soon, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. We need some new sniping music. Death Wish 2, Death Wished. There might be a Death Wish 2 coming out. Charles Bronson and Bruce Lee in the new Death Wish. I'm trying to figure out, yeah, Mandela effect, if Bronson is actually alive. Google says he is. Chat says he isn't. When you Googled Bronson, it literally said death date. My bad. I might have missed that. Dang, I thought he was still kicking too. Now I feel bad. My bad, Charles. Oh, no, that's his spouse. His spouse 2000. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. It does say 2003. My bad. Rest in peace, my man Charles Bronson. He was a good actor. There's Death Wish, Once Upon a Time. And he had some... oh, there was a Death Wish 2 already, apparently. All right. So at least he made that sequel before he passed away. Let's go. All right. We're about to get in here and do some sniping. In 1.5 minutes, we'll be able to buy and sell these. I got serial numbers to look for today. Deja vu is trippy when it happens. I always thought it was Berenstain. Like, I always thought it was the old one. The Berenstain Bears is the one that made me think maybe there is something with the Mandela effect. Kobe Kleck says in 5 years, VeVe will be a lot different and likely 10 times bigger too. But for now, I can't hear any more speculation about the VeVe-verse or all the other played out topics. I mean, according to my Collectibles interview with Dan C., he's got a date when he expects to be allowing a lot more people to get into the VeVe-verse. So it's coming soon. Very soon. I think he said there's only a few more collectibles that he needs to digitize, and then it'll be good to go. What's going on, Braylon? Oh. 111 says, did you buy any? I did not buy any on the drop, but I will be in the market trying to snipe these. It's about to open up pretty soon, in less than a minute. Here's my serial numbers to look for. 1963 is going to be the top one. Of course, you got 616 because it's Marvel. You got number 41 as the lowest. And if you can keep track of the highest serial numbers, like 2666 for Professor X and 2888 for Magneto, those will definitely do well. If you can snipe them at floor price, you'll be able to get a nice flip out of them. Same 20 people running around VeVe-verse beta testing. They need to let us in. Let me in. to the VeVeverse. I want to check it out. Why do the collectibles take forever to be in the market now? So Illmatics, what they're doing now, and I think it's smart of them, is that they're waiting 10 minutes after the drop so that people can't join the wait list, get selected, and then not purchase it until they look at the market to see if it's above retail or not. So now you have to make that decision before you see what the price is in the market. All right, speaking of the market, let's get it loaded up. Any second now, we're going to start seeing these hit the market, and we can start purchasing them. I'm going to be very picky. I got to save gems for the next 2 drops that are happening today. Death Wish 4 is a Bronson running around the Bronx with a 50 caliber machine gun. They had a Death Wish 4. There's a Death Wish 1, a Death Wish 2, a Death Wish 3, a Death Wish 4. I mean, I might have to get into those. That'd be a good series to watch. Crypto Bull Run won't be until 2025. The problem with crypto and NFTs is the scammers just killed it. The scammers killed all the hype. Now nobody wants to mess around with them because they're afraid they're getting scammed. All right, right now we're at retail for Magneto and Professor X. There's one at 35 and one at 40. I'll probably go ahead try to snipe a Professor X because I feel like more people are going to be sniping the Magneto. So if something good pops up, I have a better chance of getting it. There's a 147 for 45. I'm going for like 2 digits only, or unless it's one of my special mints. 1963 is the one to get. If I can grab a 1963 for floor price, that's definitely going to be a profit. The Berenstain Bear is an example of a Mandela effect. Yeah, I always thought it was Berenstein, but apparently it's Berenstain. And I used to watch, I used to read those books. I used to have those books. So that one actually did trip me out, I'm not going to lie. I just saw 1998 for 35. That one might be worth a snipe. 2653. I think 2666. Yeah, 2666 is the highest Professor X number. I'm sniping Professor X's right now. Maybe I'll get lucky and grab that last mint if it pops up. There's a million Death Wishes. I didn't know. I never really got into those. I watched the first one, and the first one was dope. And I don't know if I watched the whole entire movie, and it was a long time ago. But I did remember it was pretty cool. It was impressive. Tony Rio's in the house. What's up, Tony Rio? Let's go. We kind of skipped this drop. Most people in the chat skipped this one, but we're definitely going for the 2 drops that are happening later on today. We got the Propaganda Ron English comic dropping at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we got, of course, Uncanny X-Men has been postponed till today, so it is going off today at 3 p.m. And that one is definitely one worth going for. There's going to be a lot of good serial numbers to look for on that one. And I feel like all the rarities for Uncanny X-Men #1, except for maybe Uncommon, will be above retail. Could be wrong, not financial advice, but that's my speculation. Magneto under retail, and so is Professor X right now. Yep, same here, Tony Rio. Ronnie Lido says, on the episode of Shark Tank last night, oh, I love Shark Tank, the newest one, there was a company that sold bots. Needless to say, it got shut down quick on the show. It sold bots? What kind of bots? Bots to get like sneaker drops? They don't need bots for these kind of apps because they're already out there. People are already using those. I don't know if anybody's even buying these drops anymore. Somebody said that these sold out. I have to go back and look. Let's see if they actually sold out. I think it always says sold out. No, that one's still available. Remaining editions 2,175. Goodness gracious, they did not sell very many of those. And that's Magneto too. Professor X probably even less. So no, actually about the same amount. Over 2,000 still available in the store for both of these. So it's gonna be tough to snipe on these because it's not a lot of the stuff, not a lot of the serial numbers we're looking for were even minted. Yeah, 2,100 pieces left, not sold out. Only about 700 correct. What's up, Bao? We have Dragon's Den is basically our Shark's Tank. Yeah, I've seen Dragon's Den a little bit. I like Shark Tank better personally. It's got Mark Cuban. Yeah, it was a company that sold an easy way to bot drops and movie tickets and everything that you need botted. How did they not want to get into that? It's probably, well, I guess it's not even legal. Is it legal? It has to be legal or it wouldn't be on Shark Tank. I'd be surprised if they didn't want to invest into a bot company. Botting is hot these days. 777 for 87. I thought about it. I skipped it. Yeah, I probably skipped that. It's going to be hard to flip. I bet somebody bought that, though. Andy probably bought that. 777 for 87. I was tempted. Ikomi holds much of them. Says not sure. Well, I think a lot of these are saved back for promo codes that they gave out at New York Comic Con. If you're talking about this Magneto Professor X drop. Because I know VeVe Vibes got a promo code. and I'm sure other people did as well. So those probably haven't even been cashed in yet. So there's probably more gone than it says. However, it didn't look like very many sold, like 700 of each sold. I love everything using all these cool words and terminologies for crypto winters and bearish and bullish. Y'all sound funny using these words. Why? It's the lingo. You gotta have your own lingo if you're in the community. That's legit. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I try to learn all the lingo. Shout out to the homie Macho Man Randy Savage. Haven't seen you in a while. The OG says very long time. No see, waiting for VeVe market to bounce back to moon days, bro. I mean, yeah, it's going to happen in like 100 years, maybe 50, maybe 25 years. It's not going to be soon because right now NFTs have like the worst, yeah, somebody did buy that, have the worst reputation in media possible. Anytime you hear the word NFT, it's used as like a punchline. It's not a good thing. 29 gems for Professor X now, so it's going low. I'm just keeping my eye open for good serial numbers. Let's check Magneto real quick. I haven't seen anything worth sniping, although I almost went for that 777. These are at 31 gems right now, and there's still a lot left in the store. But I don't mind saving my gems up because we do got 2 cool drops happening later on today. Ron English at 1 p.m., Ron English comic, and then Uncanny X-Men at 3 p.m. I plan on going for both those. Can't believe VeVe active user base is so low now. I think it's like less than 2,000 active users. And I mean, that would even include me the last few weeks when I really haven't gone for any drops. I'll just log in every once in a while to see the price of my Murcielago, see what the floor price looks like. That would consider me as one of the active users. So there's plenty of people doing that and not even going for the drop. So if you're talking about active enough to where they're going for every drop, not many at all. Shout out to the homie Jimbo Lee Lingo. All the OGs are in the chat today. What's up, my man? Did you go to New York Comic Con? I didn't see any pictures of you. Usually you're there handing out your wood logos to people. I still haven't got one yet, Jimbo Lee Lingo. I'm not sure what's up with that. Slang Pip says everyone talks crap when we bearish and they won't buy, and then those same people will buy at the high. It's true. I mean, it's a psychological thing. If the Todd started pumping right now, and it went to 1,000, just like over, and within a couple of hours, people would log in and start buying them at 1,000, even though you can buy them for 500 right now. It's FOMO. That's all it is. It's FOMO. It's one of our lingo words that Ronnie Lido don't like, but it is FOMO. Nothing wrong with it. It just sounds funny. Yeah, it keeps it interesting. VeVe is already MySpace. It ain't even here yet. It can't be MySpace yet. Graz got my gold Toki 179 mint. Wasn't sure if that was going to try to sell it or not. Are you holding on to the gold Toki, the Kaiju? I mean, it's kind of cool looking. It's nice and shiny. But there's so many other things that I would rather have on the app for about 150 gems than the gold Kaiju. It's important to get stuff with good licenses, in my opinion. Unless you're talking about the art. But the art used to be the reason why it was so valuable was because of the scarcity. But now the stuff with the good IP is scarce too. So that kind of kills the value of the art in my mind. Kid Arcade says less than 2,000. We still can't get a 10K drop. If I don't get an X-Men comic, I'm jumping out the window. Yeah. I was going to say we should all get W's on the X-Men comic coming up today. But then again, if you saw the Gold Kaiju drop yesterday, there were over 9,000 people in that queue. Who are these 9,000 people? If we only have 2,000 active users, who are the 9,000 people that were in the queue yesterday? Does everybody got 9 accounts? What's going on with that? Grass says, I love my Black Murcielago. Me too. The motto is so much better. Yeah, I like those a lot. Shout out to JB's in the chat. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Thanks for hanging out with us. Yeah, we're going on for these comic drops later for sure. Shout out to G Meadows. Good to see you. I saw your price predictions in my price predictions channel. Looks like we were both over predicting the price of these. They did not do as well as we expected. Of course, the prices are always, our price predictions are always for 24 hours after the drop. 39.52 and I had 32.49, so we were both a little too high on those. Although 32 might end up shaping out as correct for Professor X. It's even lower than that right now. Maybe not. I saw it go down to 29. Oh no, we're at 36, so you were kind of right on that. But my predictions are always for like 24 hours after the drop. I was definitely too low on the Gold Kaiju. It's at like 120, and I had said that I was guessing about 80 gems on that one. I remember when Todd's were 10K. Yeah, I sold a Todd McFarlane for 7,000. I paid 400 for it. That's why I had kind of said a couple of times that if Todd goes back to 400, I might buy again because that's the price that I got into it last time and sold for 7K. However, it's kind of hard to buy them right now, knowing that NFTs are just a joke. Not to me, but I mean, well, kind of to me too, but to the media in general, to most people, the mass population, NFTs are a joke to them. So it's It's going to take some rebranding. I think we should just stop calling them NFTs, as people have been saying before. Just call them digital collectibles, and maybe that helps a little bit. But with at least Nike getting into it, and if you guys don't know about the Nike drop, we were talking about that yesterday. They're dropping some physical comics, the Tinajas, Tinaj, which stands for This Is Not a JPEG, which are physical shoes that you can only get if you got one of their OF1 NFTs. So, I mean, stuff like that might help the reputation of NFTs a bit. Every YouTube video I watch about anything but NFTs still use joke as a punchline. Yeah, NFTs are the punchline right now. Just give it a few years. We'll be back up one day. Oh yeah, many people have multiple accounts they use only on profitable drops. Yes, I know that. And I wish I would have done that a long time ago when I first got into VeVe. I should have had 2 or 3 accounts. I felt like that was cheating. Even though I did stuff like Clockgate, I didn't think that was cheating, but I thought having multiple accounts was cheating. To me, that was cheating. So I wish I wouldn't have thought that way, because I would have a lot more gems right now if I had several accounts. It's not as simple to set up multiple accounts. Yeah, you got to KYC the accounts. That's the problem. Kid Arcades lives on the first floor. I don't even know what that means. Lives on the first floor. Don't we all? I live on the first floor. Utility and branding are 2 different things. That's true. Non-fungible wonderful says physicals are the new wave for NFTs. Yeah, like Fidgetals. Fidgetals is the big thing that they're doing now. And I know they had some kind of physical comic, and I'm sure you guys know more about it than I do. I saw it on their blog. It's like the Super Spider-Man or something. The Superior Spider-Man. And like, this is a drop, but it's all physicals, right? VeVe's first Marvel physical variant covers for Marvel's The Superior Spider-Man. It's a modern comic, a 2023 comic. I don't really know how this works. I think you had to be, yeah, it's a New York Comic Con booth exclusive. List price 20. And then there's a VeVe Virgin variant. Wait, VeVe Virgin, you got your own variant? How'd you do that? That's the homie VeVe Virgin. I don't know. VeVe Virgin variant bundle. I don't really know a lot about them. I've seen people posting them on Twitter, but they're releasing physical stuff now, so I guess that's a good sign, right? TKL Addict says, how do people cash out KYC'd accounts, like multiple? They probably use their grandma. We've talked about that before, Grandma Gate. Some people probably sign up their grandma and use her info to KYC their multiple accounts. I'll use my cat's. Use my cat's name, Ghost. Sign him up. I don't know how I'm going to get an ID for him. DC recently admitted that they found one guy who controlled more than 50 KYC'd accounts. Yeah, Tang Mall, I actually tweeted about that. They had a power pack drop the other day on DC Palm, and somebody mentioned like 50 of them. It's like, what's going on over there? That's killing the values of them. Alder Adams says the blockchain NFT branding sets off alarm bells. It's nuts because the same people are buying Counter-Strike crates and Warzone skins. Yeah, exactly. They're buying digital collectibles. They just don't like the idea that on the blockchain, and that should be the biggest selling point, because that's where you get the security and the verification that it is what it is. So it's a good thing that it's on the blockchain, but for some reason, right now, the mass public thinks the blockchain is a bad thing. I don't really get it. I don't know why. Bots? Oh, I hear you. How do people cash out when they have bots? What they would do, honestly, is they transfer those gems over by putting stuff on the market for like 1,000 gems and then having their other account go in and buy it, and there's ways to do it that way. However, VeVe keeps track of that, and some people get their accounts suspended for paying too much for stuff on the market, which ends up being annoying for people who are paying extra for good serial numbers, because sometimes their account gets banned for paying extra for stuff whenever they did it on purpose, not to transfer from one multiple account to another. All right, so 35 gems on Magneto right now. Let's see where Professor X is at. And Professor X also at 35. So both of them are at 35. Magneto not actually doing better than Professor X is. A lot of people expect it. Is this propaganda comic worth going for? I mean, it's only 7 gems. If you look at the edition sizes, most likely that common is going to go below retail. Although I looked in the price predictions, and yeah, a couple people have it above retail. So it might even, both of them be worth going for. I put 5 on the common. There are 2,200. Rest in peace, Charles. 2,222 editions of the common, but these covers look dope. It's raw in English. It's the rabbit's origin story. I don't know what the rabbits are too much, and that's an ultra rare with the kind of like a fat alien. And you can see here the edition size is 2,222 common, 666 ultra rares. The ultra rare is definitely going above retail. Anybody who doesn't think the ultra rare is going above retail is wild. But you got to gamble a little bit because you could get the common. It is blind box. List price is only $6.99 though. 7 gems to go for that drop, so it's worth going for, no doubt. VeVe paid for a variant cover, which is common for cons and stuff. Oh, is that a common thing? See, I'm not big into the comics, especially the physical ones, so I didn't know that was a common thing. Planet Hawk, 22 gems. I can't believe the Hawk prices, honestly. It's not even the same case vault that was earlier, like 2 months ago. Dang, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, I hear you, about the DC Palm. Oh, so that's a whole different thing. So there were people on DC Palm that had like 50 accounts, and then if I can find my tweet about it, I have to do a little bit of digging here. There's a spot where somebody had minted a whole bunch of one of the power packs. And this is cool too. Shout out to Cal Wilson. Apparently Pokemon is dropping on Magic Eden. I don't know what's up with that. I thought we were getting Pokemon, y'all. They better not beat us to Pokemon. If anybody gets Pokemon before us, I'm not going to be happy. All right, here it is. A bunch of accounts found a way to redeem the packs for free from this screen. Just today they minted 600 comics. That's killing the DC Palm market. Of course, the power packs never do that well anyway. And here's an updated picture of my kiddo. We just went to, this was the Devil's Attic. We've been to 4 different haunted houses this year. He's been digging the haunted houses. This is his first year going to them. He's been enjoying them a lot. He said that was the scariest one, but I personally thought Nightmare Forest was way scarier. Variant covers for comics is being tough on the industry as there are so many. I don't see how that affects the original comics, though, if you have a variant cover. I'm surprised if it does. Of course, I don't know a lot about comic collecting. I'm more of a baseball card collector. Duncan says, Ron English said that this comic will have utility in the VeVeverse world. Oh, really, Duncan Cover? Do you have that, is there like a tweet or anything that I can reference there? Because that's very interesting. That'll definitely bring up the price on it a bit. We had Rabbits drop a few months ago. It's not that kind of Rabbits, though, because that kind of Rabbits is from, what's the name of that brand? Starts with like a U or something. Rabbits already has a brand, so how can, I guess Ron English could still do a comic given the origin story of Rabbits. I didn't know that's what the Rabbits they meant on that. Here it is right here. The Rabbits, no, that's different because the Rabbits that we had drop had a D in it. It's RABBID. This is a different Rabbits, right? Ubisoft. Thank you, Thomas G. Ubisoft is the one that does Rabbids. I think these are different Rabbits. There's a lot of Rabbits on VeVe, honestly. Always has been. Been stacking 3-digit red hawks. Oh, nice. I'm surprised they didn't do better than they are right now. Good morning, Dead Coins. I'm about to end the stream here in a second. We'll get set up for this comic that's dropping here in about an hour and a half. That one's, I feel like, is definitely worth going for. I'll be going for that one for sure. Savage says, I'm very surprised we have not gotten a Pokemon drop or Pokemon card drop yet, especially with Alcon on the team. That's what I'm saying. If somebody else gets Pokemon before VeVe, then what's the point of Alcon? What are you doing, Al? You got to get in on that. Duncan says he said it twice. That's a vid. There's a vid from Comic-Con where he said that. Okay, so Ron English is saying that these comics right here that's about to drop today are going to have some type of special utility in the VeVeverse. I wonder what that would even be. That's interesting. Oh, it says bonus content. I don't think that's what they're talking about, though. I don't know what the utility would be, but that's very cool. Sean says, I'm sure I have utility with the latest Rob, but I don't know what his older collectibles will be if they're not interactive. It would be interesting to see. I'm wondering what utility he would add to those. Where are all the new users VeVe is claiming to bring at NYC? Somebody said something like 23 new users have signed up. I don't know if that's legit. Ron English only has 2 covers. Yeah, I do like that too. I like the edition sizes on these, and I like the covers a lot. They look cool. I don't know about having a baby clown, but I do like the fat alien. I will join on your next drop show. Yes, I will be back live for the 1 p.m. drop. I'll be live for the 3 p.m. drop for sure. That's going to be another good one. The next 2 drops are, in my opinion, not financial advice, but probably worth going for. VeVe needs to hear the community out, said Dr. Flavor. They don't listen. They only listen to people who spend 10K. Yeah, spend 10K or more to get their attention. All right, let's check these prices one more time before we end the stream. Professor X, last time we saw him was 35 down to 32. And then Magneto was also 35 last time we checked, and it's down to 33. Either one are sold out, so didn't do quite as well as we had hoped. But a lot of people skipped this drop, and they're probably smart. I don't know if that's true, Dead Coins, but somebody in the chat said 23 new users. But my man Christopher Stid said he's at New York Comic Con today right now, and he sees people literally signing up at the booth as we speak. VeVe Fox's X Tracker shows 22 active users from yesterday. Ballin'. I don't know, man. You're at New York Comic Con and you got Marvel. I feel like that should bring in a lot of new users. I don't know. What else can they do to market it? That's like the best marketing possible. New York Comic Con for Marvel Collectibles and Comics. And I'm surprised DC palming at Comic Con too. They need to tighten up. Ron has a brand called Rabbits. I think it's 3Bs in Ron's brand. Oh, he has a band called Rabbits. I know he did music, so that makes sense. Okay. Alcom seems to be too old to keep up and manage anything. Alcom. Oh, Alcon. I wouldn't say that's not true. I mean, look at our president. President's like 80 years old, the president of the United States of America, and he's still managing things, although some people say poorly. All right, guys, let me go ahead and end this stream so I can go get some lunch before the next drop. I'll be live for the 1 p.m. drop, the Propaganda comic. And don't forget, we also have Uncanny X-Men #1, the comic dropping today at 3 p.m. You do not want to miss that drop. That one's going to be worth going for. Propaganda is going to be worth going for. And I'm going to be live streaming both of them. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Good to see all the OGs I haven't seen in a while. Thanks for hanging out. What's up, D Yizzo? And I will see y'all again. If you're online, come by and hang out with me and go for this drop with me. And I will see y'all then. Later.